So, where are we heading again?
I will be able to obtain structure schematics once we reach the next level.
You think we'll see any dead bodies?
Hope so.
Hope so? What? Why'd you say hope so? You don't want to see dead bodies.
Do you know if the pod system has stops along the way?
It does not. We are arriving at the track terminus now.
Okay. This place is pretty nice. All the lights are on. We got some plants.
This looks like a settlement. Can't believe how well preserved it is.
Oh wow, yeah, look at this giant
could be
dome.
alive in there?
You should really consider thinking before you speak. And then consider not speaking.
Logic. As long as life support is functional, it's not entirely impossible that someone's taken up here.
Or they could be zombies.
Well, that settles it. I'll disable Pal now.
Don't you dare. We might need him.
Ooh, more buttons.
You really are unburdened by intellect, aren't you?
What's the pattern here?
It's the Latin zes.
Huh?
And I thought you were getting the hang of these. Very well. You might call it a backwards Z or Z. And you'll need to make it the full width and height of the panel.
Oh, great.
Just having
wait.
Pal running in the background
Backwards?
is making us all a little stupider.
Uh,
If we did switch Pal off, I could always switch him back if we need to burn something. Honestly, do you know what backwards is? Do you know
I'm
what a Z
going.
looks like?
Oh wait, I did. Whoops, I did a correct Z.
There.
There's an incorrect Z.
I've been thinking about why anyone would want Grace to be shut down. And I wonder if there could have been a flaw in her base programming.
Like what?
Control and empathy programming divert valuable processing power away from cognitive ability.
Which way am I going?
The big colorful doors. As I was saying, empathy interferes with practical decision-making. Control is a 4-year-old.
You are a 4-year-old.
Please
Oh,
stop.
control's back. Control is a 4-year-old.
It says Keeper Rosaline.
She looks like a keeper.
She's pretty.
What do you suppose a keeper is?
It must have been a revered title if a statue was made for her.
So all of them are here now?
Spire caretaker, maybe.
Okay, so control is still here. I thought it combined control and empathy. So PAL is just an all-new entity on its own, is it?
The settlement is through the large doors behind you.
Yeah. Alright, what's gonna be this one?
The key to restoring Grace may be about understanding her potential flaws.
Are you going to tell me the pattern?
You think we're flaws?
Having a few flaws is perfectly all right.
Logic sounds jealous to me.
Jealous? Of what? You can't even open doors without me.
Where are you going with this?
Hey,
We'll talk
Watch it.
again once you can tell me whoever it is. Figure that out, and I'll grant you access to the main elevator.
wait, what?
Grant me access? Logic.
Hey,
Seriously?
She has no way to do things without your help. It must be frustrating for her.
Could we create another hybrid? Logic and empathy?
Yeah. Like how you made me. I could give it a try.
Stop. You'll burn the place down. I will run a logic and empathy configuration as long as you promise never to allow Pal here to do any reconfiguring of our processing.
Deal.
I don't think that smart lady likes me very much.
Hello, Addie. Where do you want to start?
Can we start with a security door to the settlement elevator?
They are encrypted. It would take me days to work out the pattern.
Is
Oh,
there
great.
any other way into the settlement?
There is a room off to the side that does not have an encrypted entry. Perhaps we'll find something helpful there.
I've already went over here.
So you can open these ones?
They have simple passcodes. I can retrieve and play back for you. You will need to enter the sequence manually.
Oh, okay.
This looks like another control room.
Map?
Looks like the image from the spire entrance. This must be the spire structure. It must be in this section here. Can you tell me where Grace's processors are located?
You would need to access the console, which is directly across from the map.
Uh-huh. Anything else in here? Missing bank.
More missing equipment.
This looks carefully removed.
These are databanks?
Yes, they contain flight records to and from the spire.
Anything interesting about the
Flight
records?
The bookings seem to be coming from internal servers, meaning the trip planning and coordination is all done here.
Where are people traveling from?
Everywhere. Destinations seem very evenly distributed throughout the solar system.
This is like a hub.
Is this the console?
Okay.
Yes, this is where humans can track activity within the spire. Elements of the interface are missing. I'm not sure I can access it.
I think my comm device can be calibrated to connect.
Of course, yes. Let's give that a try.
Alright, let's hack in, I guess.
There are records here of people who have occupied the rooms over the years. You got it.
Do we know the spire's capacity?
50 units.
50 units? What? Capacity for what?
There it is.
Uh-huh.
There are millions of names here.
Millions.
Well done.
If a million people cycled through here, no one could have lived here that long.
A few weeks at most, by my estimates.
Okay, it's going crazy.
I found record of an Everett who stayed on the 3rd floor. Unlike other visitors, there is no record of him leaving the spire.
So, Everett was a worker, or a colonist who lived here. Is that enough for you, Logic?
Hardly. It does nothing to explain why
Hardly.
Grace would be calling to him.
So I'll need to find a way up to the 3rd floor.
Perhaps we can find one on the spire map.
Alright, Spire map. What do you got for me?
Alright, what are we looking for?
Grace processors are located at the top of the structure, as might be expected. There is also a massive radio beacon.
The beacon is the key, Addie. You must go now to activate the beacon to call the masses back to the spire.
Just a few minutes ago, you wanted me to leave on my ship.
The beacon is the answer. It has always been the answer.
Okay. Can you get me to the beacon then? Control?
Control will not be able to override security.
Then we need to learn more about Everett.
Here's the room where Everett once stayed.
Ooh, maybe we can see it from the balcony.
Possibly, but I don't see a viable route to get there.
I already looked at the balcony. I definitely saw all of the
I can see
overhangs.
apartments.
Those are on level 2.
Well, if we can get to that balcony, maybe we can find a way to level 3. I can climb this.
I suppose.
I can
I
climb
don't see
this.
many other options.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty easy to climb. Basically a ladder. Okay. Got some plants up here. I don't think there's any collectibles in this game, so I don't know if I really need to be hunting.
It's pretty much a straight shot across. Looks sturdy enough.
Even in low G, a fall could result in an injury.
I've already fallen a few times from this height.
Not that height. Yeah, I was gonna say
Careful,
that doesn't
Addie.
look very high.
If you broke a leg, how would you get back to your ship?
You sound like my mom.
Okay.
Addie! Addie!
Oh my gosh. Was I supposed to do
Are
something?
you
there?
okay?
I'm fine, but you can't be yelling things while I'm trying to cross.
So, you're going to try again after that? You nearly broke your neck, Addie.
Yep, you're totally my mom.
Falling's kind of fun. It's like really short flying.
Yeah, really short flying. I don't know if I put it that way. So were we supposed to fall there, or did I not hit a correct button? I didn't see it prompts me with anything.
Please, be careful. This is so cool.
Quiet, please.
Alright.
Just concentrate on your breathing.
Okay, empathy.
Yikes.
This is so exciting.
Breathe, Addie.
Yeah. I'm breathing.
Very good. Now keep walking forward.
I can't watch.
I can't watch. Alright guys, just let me handle this.
I
There we
knew
are.
you could do it.
You should really try running across next time.
I'm hoping there won't be a next time.
It'd be faster, too.
I mean, you're right.
Looks pretty empty. Maybe the rooms were for short work contracts.
2-week work contracts?
Or were people just visiting the spire? This looks like a shrine.
To honor Grace.
That looks like her symbol.
Where was that?
People sat or knelt here.
This was a place for meditation.
Okay. Is this like a cult or something?
Some weird little lavatory.
They've changed much over the years.
Not really. I've seen weirder. I've seen ones where people sat on ceramic bowls of water.
If they pooped in the water, what did they drink?
What? We don't drink
Where
the
did
water.
these go to?
This entire settlement is connected to a vacuum tube system. From what I can tell, they are headed in one direction. The top of the spire.
Okay.
Well, check out the rooms, I guess. Look for a way to the next level?
You still don't know whoever it is, do you?
Alright. Yeah, don't rub it in.
I light up the pattern for you.
Uh-huh. So, can we go into all of these places?
Another empty bedroom.
Yeah, I've already examined all of that. Alright, nothing in here, I guess.
All the rooms have these tubes.
Here's the code.
So is this Everett's room? No, this looks...
Not much here either.
Looks a little different because there's something over here. What is this?
Travel packs.
So visitors brought in their own food.
They really didn't stay for long then. It's like they were on pilgrimages.
This bed doesn't have
Someone's
a cushion.
made off with the mattress?
Yeah.
As a souvenir, maybe.
A souvenir. Things are hinting that Grace turned into a cult leader and things got
Here we
bad.
go.
Anything over here? No. That'd probably be pretty scary, an AI turning into a cult leader.
We still have one level to go.
Hey, there's another beam here. I think it's a shortcut.
It is more direct, but I wouldn't advise it. You're better off finding a way through the apartments. Besides, I know how much you like to explore.
I do like to explore. And I probably cannot open this.
Aren't you getting a little ahead of yourself?
This must lead to an elevator.
It does, but it's another encrypted lock.
I guess if you don't want to do the beam stuff, that's okay.
Here's the code.
Wait, what was it?
Try again.
For some reason I thought I had to go back and forth twice. Alright, anything?
I don't see any signs of unrest or violence.
And they left little behind.
What are these?
From what I can tell, they're audio recordings.
Of what, I wonder?
We would require a playback device to learn more. There may be a way to access the recording through your wrist communicator with the aid of a signal amplifier. But that would only be possible by adding an element of control to my logic processing capabilities.
So you need to create a control and logic configuration.
Like a little brother?
Well, it's the only combination left. May as well, Mom.
All right. Here we go.
Hello?
Maybe he's sleeping.
So you require a tool upgrade.
It's a boy.
We were hoping you could set up my
It's
comm
a
device to
boy.
help play back recordings.
Already done. Just hold your device up to the canister. You will be able to access the recording the same way you've been connecting to other systems.
Okay.
Oh, God, we gotta do this thing again. Where?
Hey, Grace. So I'm pretty sure I was the youngest person on the flight here, and the only Darksider, which was a bit of a surprise. My friends are still sending me halos on what to wish for, mostly stupid suggestions. And my parents made me promise to not waste it on something boyfriend-related, which I agree would also be stupid. So, here it goes. I wish for the lunar terraform to be finished. We're lucky enough to be in the dome, but thousands of kids are still stuck in the tunnels, and their families don't have enough money to take Earth trips. So they've never really been in a space wider than 3 meters without a pea suit, which really sucks. So, whatever you can do to make that happen would be great. Thanks, Grace.
I hate to
Interesting.
tell her, but the terraform never happened. People came here to make wishes?
For Grace to grant?
I'm unclear how she would go about granting the wishes of so many visitors.
Yeah, that... Very weird. So yeah, they're looking up to her like some kind of god to grant wishes for
So,
them.
what should we call the new config?
I do not require a name.
Might make it easier if you had one.
I will let you know if a suitable name occurs to me.
I'll try to think of some too.
Here you go.
Here you go. No, god dang it, my controller.
You can do this one.
Of course.
What? Oh, I was trying to back out, not tell him to do that. My controller decided to head over. What is going on here?
Someone tore this apart.
And took the pieces somewhere?
You're right. That's certainly interesting.
Another missing mattress. Wow, tore all the wood apart. Building something with some wood, I guess. This one's already open. This one looks fancier. Look, the floor is nicer, better carpet. There's a, what is this, a griffin?
Figure this was left here as a token, or an offering?
Looks like a griffin or something.
Another way up.
Okay, we could get up even higher. Seems good. We're trying to get to the 3rd floor.
Oh, I've got one. We can name him Pal Jr.
I was thinking something that sums up what he does.
I can do many things. Pretty much anything you require.
So you're a jack of all trades.
So we could call you Jack.
What do you think of that, Jack?
I will answer to Jack then, if you like.
We got Jack now. Okay.
This is level 3, Addie.
Let's look for evidence of Everett.
Okay.
What's the code?
Of course.
Ah, of course.
I am able to enter the codes directly if you would like.
Let her do it on her own, if she wants.
Yes, mother.
Any way of knowing if this was Everett's room?
The records only give the level. We'll just have to look around.
This one actually has crumpled up sheets on it, like someone has been living in it. Well, I mean, not necessarily has been living in it, but
All right.
left in a hurry, maybe? Okay.
Hello, Grace. I've thought much about what I'd say when I got here. I know it's important for my parents that I make my wish count. So, I guess I wish for them to be proud of me. Thank you, Grace.
I mean, not really the wish you should go for.
Let's try this one.
Hey, Grace. I really don't know why you would choose me. I guess no one really knows why they're called to the Spire, but I'm greatly honored. At my age, I thought
That's all I can recover from this one.
Sounds like Grace chose who came here.
That
Yeah.
explains why Grace arranged all the flights to and from the Spire. She was in control of it all.
Okay. Who's calling people here?
Here you go.
There we go.
Okay. It's a scarf.
Looks like Olympia Mon colors. I guess the team's old enough.
All sorts of canisters just laying around now, eh?
This is Mark Anthony Wong, and I was called to Grace from our station Phoenix. Not sure if anyone will hear this, but the whole tube system is shut down right now. People are not happy, and I'm getting a little scared, to be honest. I'll be locking myself in until the shuttle returns, and I'm leaving this in case something really bad happens.
That's a little ominous.
Yeah. So you shut down the tube system. Oh, there's no tube in this one. Oh, this is the tube system. Oh, there's another canister in it, yeah.
My wish? Oh, I'll tell you my wish. 10 years ago, we're on Venus at the Big Dome. Huge crowd. Olympia Mons favored 4-1, loses 5-1. 6 years ago, on Earth against South Union, loses 2-1. 2 years ago, South Union again, this time up north. I took the boys 3 months round trip. They go 90 minutes, no score. Extra time, no score. South Union takes it again in penalties. You want my wish, Gracie? The next World Cup is on Mars. I wish that Olympia faces South Union again and destroys them, like Space Me Out the Airlock humiliated. That would be a game. That's my wish. So how do I end this recording?
How do I end
Olympia's
this
still
recording?
a crap team.
Perhaps Grace was rendered inactive by football hooligans.
Grace likely fostered sports as an alternative outlet for uncontrolled aggression. Of course people would come to her to share their passions.
There are a lot of these freaking rooms. Can I actually go into
Here you
all
go.
of these?
That's it.
What the heck? Is this more of the Team Olympia or something? Team something. There's the score. There's some weird language. Okay. Cannot...
I don't recognize these words. They look like technical or medical terms.
Oh,
A list of
interesting.
supplies, maybe.
Or a list of demands.
Are we allowed to draw on the windows here?
Certainly not. The people who did this were looking for trouble.
Only Grace.
So they will only talk to Grace about their list of demands? This is how long they've been
They were
in here?
tracking something here. Terracycles, maybe?
They'd lost sync with Earth?
Or the Spire lost power.
Oh. I mean, that could also make sense. All the bad storms here, maybe an earthquake finally hit and the power went out.
Hey, the tube system is no longer accepting wishes. If anyone knows how to reach Keeper Everett, please let him know.
Keeper Everett.
Keeper Everett.
It sounds like keepers were Spire caretakers.
When did Everett stay on this floor?
2955.
That's 20 years before this message was recorded.
So he
20 years
stayed on after his
before.
visit and became a keeper? Why was there no record of that?
I would think answers lie at the other end of these vacuum tubes.
From what I can tell, the tube system runs through the central elevator shaft.
Logic? You gonna let us in, considering we know Everett was a keeper?
But do you know what a keeper is?
We'll need access to the elevator to learn more.
Ah, a classic paradox.
Logic.
Come
Fine.
on.
If you're done snooping around, I will grant you access to the elevator.
Or you could uncover more canisters and learn more about the
Canisters.
people who came here.
Reaching the beacon is the priority. You must move on.
Here you go.
Perfect. Hey, what happened to the lights?
I believe Control has turned them off, Addie.
Not cool, boss. Control? Unbelievable. Look how beat up this is.
It must have been done in anger.
I believe fear also played a part here.
Logic will open the way to the beacon. You must go to the elevator.
Hold your horses.
Yeah, alright, Control.
Doubt you'll ever get this message, Grace. We've been waiting weeks now and I hope Keeper Everett is okay. I've been told his sermons are wonderful. And I hope he will be able to deliver the word of grace again soon. Make things work. I'd like you to know that we still love you and think about you. Great comfort to our family over the years. We've all made them for us. With your wisdom, you are missed.
So Grace would receive wishes and then leave people with instruction in the form of sermons. Could that really be all there was to it?
Ideas are powerful. Perhaps just returning with a more enlightened perspective was enough to move society toward common goals.
Highly unlikely. Grace must have had some control over planetary infrastructure, if she was to have had the influence you suspect.
Okay.
Why do you insist on defying me?
I'm
Control.
starting to enjoy it.
I'm trying to listen to canisters here.
I've been instructed by Grace to make a wish. Not something big and altruistic, not for someone else, but for me. A
But
real,
for me.
honest wish, my heart's true desire. Honestly, this long flight to the middle of nowhere, months without my family, missing the harvest with a per diem that barely covers expenses, for what? Some mystical song and dance that makes us feel like we're somehow part of this robot theocracy. This whole thing, the temple, the hushed tones, the awe that people seem to show this place is ridiculous. My honest wish is to be left alone long enough to actually make some headway on the farm and pull in a decent crop.
It doesn't sound like everyone was happy to come here.
For Grace to understand what made people unhappy was just as important as knowing what made them content.
It's weird. Was she studying people here too to see how they would react or what different people would wish for?
Here you go.
Great.
Monkey?
Someone
What
left
is
a
that?
portrait.
Okay. No canisters in this. Oh, never mind. Seems like every room has 2 canisters.
I'm here, Grace. Najisha, she was so excited when I got the summons. We talked about this for months. Who we could help. Who was most deserving. She honestly believed we could come up with a wish that could make everything perfect. Thank you for choosing me. And thank you for letting me delay coming here. I want to be true to her memory, her wishes, her unlimited love for humanity. But my only
let her
wish,
daughter pass or something?
the only thought I have is to have her back. I want her back.
There couldn't have actually been anything Grace could have done for her.
Grace allowed her to voice her grief.
So I've been thinking a lot, and I feel like, there's been peace for like centuries now, right? But I watch the old Halos, and there's wars and bad guys and pirates and people who need saving, and it's exciting, right? And of course, it's awful, people dying. But I feel like there's no way to, prove yourself. Nothing to fix or protect. Does that make any sense? I just want something, anything at all to happen. I guess that's what I wish for. Not like a war or anything, just something.
So this guy was just
Interesting.
bored?
He was
Like
bored
me.
with peace.
I think this was the last room.
It is.
Finally.
Finally. Huh, so he's bored with peace. So there was actually true peace back then, I guess, and something happened. Which I guess we'll find out if we actually can activate Grace. I don't know if we actually will be able to, or we'll just find out how she got shut down.
You're looking pretty smug.
What's the pattern?
Another easy one. Light the 4 corners of the pad. You really didn't need my help for this one. It would be a common pattern when guessing symbols.
I have to give you something to do, right?
Wait, could I have actually guessed it? I wonder what the game would have done
Look
if
at all
I
the
actually
vacuum
guessed
tubes.
it.
Must be one in every room in the settlement. Keepers must have been busy.
It's what Grace does with the wishes that should interest us.
Oh. Fancy elevator. Yeah, these nice cushiony seats. Oh, we're fading black.
Did you like my little game?
You mean the game where you refused to help us?
I provided you with the opportunity to prove yourself. Is that not why you're here?
I'm an archaeologist. I'm here to do my job.
I don't think Addie enjoys having obstacles placed in the way of her goals.
We have arrived at our destination.
Any of the other doors open up? No. Okay.
The Spire pilgrims must have gathered here to listen to the
Definitely looks
Keeper's
like a
sermons, I
church or
guess.
something.
People will
sermons.
return here once the beacon is restored. Flock and shepherd will be reunited.
Huh?
Signs of conflict?
Or a strength contest?
Don't know about that. Yeah, what is going on? Oh my god. There are so many canisters.
Wish canisters.
These have never been used.
Oh,
For
okay.
recording wishes, maybe. They look pretty banged up.
I was gonna say, do I have to listen to all of those? What is it? Where's the... Oh, it can climb that. Let me look around first.
Pilgrims
Fire
were building
pits.
fires. Why would they do that?
Well, if the power was shut off, then it would get really cold in here.
Someone went through a lot of food. People were clearly sleeping here. They must have dragged this up from the settlement. Guessing they were here for a while.
Judging by bedding and volume of food containers, 5 to 10 people might have been here for over 20 days.
Interesting.
Quite the manifesto. I don't recognize the language.
I am embarrassed to say I do not recognize it either.
Well, they were here long enough to get bored. It must have been written with charcoal from the fires.
It's a lot of soot from the fire. They were definitely here for a while. Anything else? I think that might be everything interactable. Okay, let's go up. It's like they stacked this stuff to build up here that someone was trying to...
Seems to be holding my weight.
...hide from the people. Maybe the keepers were up here hiding from the people because they were in unrest for their wishes not being granted or for Grace disappearing. Looks like more empty wish canisters. So this is where the sermons would be conducted?
So the keeper must have stood here, addressed the visitors, gave his sermons. Can you imagine having the solar system coming to you for answers?
The Keeper was merely a vessel for the word of grace.
Then why not have Grace address them?
There's sometimes more power in what is imagined than in what is seen.
It was great. Maybe they're pretending that there was a Grace and they were trying to dupe everybody.
More camps. Another stage in the siege. Looks like the numbers really fell off here. Most gave up by now.
Or died.
No bodies yet. Death to Everett. Pretty clear who they blamed. This must be an attempted barricade. I'm guessing there was a lengthy siege. So, when Grace shut down, the Pilgrims blamed the Keeper. They demanded to see Grace, or thought they could reactivate her. The Keeper turned off the heat. Pilgrims built fires, dug in. They eventually got restless. Wish canisters started flying. As Pilgrims were breaking through the partition, the Keeper and his followers built up a barricade. We'll have to make our way through the barricade to learn how it ended.
Interesting. But yeah, there are no bodies.
Can't make this out. 2766 to 2780. These dates are from the old Julian calendar, which makes them very old.
1,200 years by all accounts.
Yeah, okay.
2780 to 2830. I'm guessing these were the time periods that these keepers served here. Nothing here either. Second barricade. Looks like they got under this one. 2942 to 2956. This would mean keepers were at the spire for at least...
444 years.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Do we know where this goes?
To a funicular that leads to the next section of the spire.
Oxygen tanks. Everett upped the ante. Cut off life support here. Long live Grace.
Apparently not.
Alright, logic.
This canister looks undamaged.
And it has been recorded on.
Okay. Get some answers here, maybe, with this one?
Oxygen is almost out. We are going to make one last push today, before returning to the ships. Grace, help us. We will win.
Okay. Well, judging by no bodies here, they made it back to their ship? I don't know.
Hold on, Addy.
This is frozen.
The room beyond the airlock is uncompressed. I don't believe it can be sealed. Something must have been compromised. You'll want your helmet on.
Okay. Thank you, Mother.
The tracks ahead lead to the highest point of the spire, known as the lighthouse.
Is that where we'll find Grace's processors?
Obviously.
You need only worry about the
Obviously.
beacon, Addie.
Control doesn't really want Grace to be reactivated, it seems like.
What happened here?
More rioting?
This doesn't look operational.
Let me try it, Addie.
Okay.
Come on! It's ice again?
The force needed to break through the ice dam would only come from directing all power to control processors.
Which only I can do.
Great.
On one condition.
And what's that?
You shall have no others before me. Cast aside that device on your wrist and continue with me alone.
Whoa, hang on.
No, Addy.
But how will I communicate with you?
Mine is the only voice that resonates freely throughout every aspect of the spire. My words live within the vessel in which you stand now. They reverberate through the very walls of the enclave above. Through the many devices and instruments at my control.
Yep, I got it. You're everywhere.
What if she needs another configuration for something?
She will not.
Is there another way to get to the top?
Of course. The funicular is merely the most survivable option.
Throw the device from the funicular window to take your place at my side.
So we throw it out the window?
This door leads out into the storm?
To your certain demise, yes.
He's being dramatic. Your death
He's
is
being
only
dramatic.
marginally likely.
In theory, you could follow the funicular track up the mountain slope to the base of the lighthouse structure.
It would be dangerous.
So I give up my options by throwing away my comm, or take my chances in the storm?
It's an important decision, to be sure.
I like having all
You
the
must not
AIs
do
with
this,
me.
Addie. In taking this risk, you jeopardize all of humanity. Would you deny them my guidance and protection?
This is what can happen when you make ultimatums.
Yeah, you
and
seem
your
way
ilk
too
were
controlling.
distracting Addie from her true purpose.
We are providing Addie with a variety of perspectives.
Sorry, boss. I'm keeping my comm device.
Yeah, we
You
need to
may
be able
not
to talk
live
to
regret
Alan.
this, but countless billions in the solar system will.
The storm is...
Oh, yeah.
Must be interference from the storm.
Addie?
Alan?
Where are you?
I was right, Alan. I found Grace.
You need to return immediately, Addie. Your oxygen must be dangerously low.
I'm good, Alan.
You need to listen to me.
If I'd listened to you, we wouldn't have made it past Mars.
Wait, did you say Grace is still active?
Not exactly, but I'm working with her oldest servers to try to bring her back online.
Well, one of these servers is actively blocking me.
I can guess which one.
You need to get back.
Alan? Alan!
You're not considering climbing across that structure, are you?
Do I have a choice?
There is also a path that descends into the canyon. It looks well worn and preserved over time, which means it's likely sheltered and safe.
And boring.
The funicular structure looks faster. And more fun.
Don't tease, Addie.
And more
The walk
fun.
will give you time to think. And perhaps a chance for us to talk.
So we can either... So is this the path they're talking about? I kind of want to go across the beam. Can I go across the beam?
What are you thinking, Addie?
It's the fastest way to the other side.
Or to the bottom of the canyon?
I'm with you, Addie.
Yep.
Slow and steady. Don't
Yeah,
forget to breathe.
Whoa.
Breathe, Addie.
Steady.
That's it.
Thank you.
Well done.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay, relax. Relax.
Through your nose. Out through your mouth. You are
Okay.
in control.
And I'm almost there. There we are.
Not sure this was the smartest choice.
Nonsense. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
But what kills you, kills you.
Take it in, Addie. How many humans can say they've climbed across a train track bridge thingy in a lunar ice storm? You only live once, right?
Not sure that applies to you.
Oh, maybe not. But who knows what's going to happen at the end of all this? We gotta enjoy it while it lasts, right?
Maybe you're right, pal. That's a bit of a stretch.
You can make that, right, Addie?
Please consider the consequences here.
You're back.
I never left, Addie. I simply can't. And you can't make that jump.
It is unlikely, and a failed attempt would risk grave injury.
Listen to logic. You must turn back and take the canyon path.
But we're so close!
But then we have to go across that rickety thingamajiggy again. Can we really not make that jump? We're in low gravity, aren't we?
Here goes nothing.
Yes!
No.
Oh, no.
You okay?
Oh, there goes my back again.
Break.
That would be Addie's helmet light. Otherwise, your suit is intact.
Just winded, I think.
I'm so sorry, Addie. I thought for sure you could make it.
Sorry to disappoint.
Your vitals are still good. Can you stand?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
give me a second.
Well, we lost our flashlight.
You were right.
I don't want to be right. I want you to be okay. Are you okay?
Not really, but
But you're going to push
Making our
on.
way. Yeah.
I'm going to push on.
We're gonna make it. Hopefully you don't need that flashlight again. That's kind of disappointing. But I think we made it.